Welcome, everybody, to Pick Central, the Barstool Sportsbook YouTube channel. Fine midweek Wednesday. A bunch of stuff to get to in the sports world today. Joined by Big Ev, as always, on my left. How are you today, Ev?
No, Mitzi, I'm better. I'm recovering from the half a ball sack loss on the Celtics the other day. We're feeling all right. We're working our way back. I like to sleep on it.
The old Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, the old testy bet. Might be a full ball sack tomorrow. We'll see.
Maybe a full ball sack.
Potentially.
Rico, what's up? How are you?
What's going on?
Doing good. I need to turn off the volume on my.
Yeah, baseball was a tough night last night. Joe Ryan clearly COVID. He didn't do well.
Yeah, and Ev warned us about Gilbert.
He's been fucking awesome.
100%.
Really, really good.
Rockies tied with Charlie Blackmon, who's been fucking unbelievable. Home run. They lose a one-run game in extras to the Guardians. Houston, worst case scenario, he had the tie. You had Rangers?
The Rangers.
He had the Rangers, so the Rangers pull it out at Houston. I said this is dead. They pull it out of nowhere to make it 3-3. I'm not being greedy. I don't want a fourth run. I'll take 3-3, and then let's get one in extras. You tie it up, and now we're sitting at 8, and we win on the ninth run, how it breaks. But
brutal. And they had a 3-0 lead like most of the game too. It was tough.
Yeah.
Plus,
I'm never that guy. The shirt's fucking elite, though.
What shirt? Wait.
Huggins fish fry.
Oh, wow. That is elite.
From the one I didn't even go to. It's from last year. Obviously, I canceled COVID, but they were selling it. It was like this was a must-have.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Follows Big Ev, too.
Shout out Bob Huggins.
Shout out to the Huggy
That
Bear.
happened.
That was
you can't really
when he followed me and then unfollowed me. I was devastated. Shout out Rico getting my follow back. He swears he didn't do it, but somehow that button got unclicked. I don't know what happened.
Nah, I believe him with that.
I do too. I don't know.
Does he have somebody else using his Twitter? Can't run his Twitter account.
Because he followed me when he was our special guest in the college football show like 3 years ago, and I met him. We shot the shit a little bit, took a picture, and he followed me, and I was ecstatic because I've loved Huggins forever.
When we had him on, he was a little reserved in the interview. Still great stories and stuff, but then you meet him, and we had cameras off, and you were down there for an hour, in his office. Fucking lifetime experience.
Yeah, after the show, he was great. Yeah.
And you know me, I'm a little bit older than Marty. So the questions I was asking him were back in the day stuff. It was really good. He was telling stories. It was awesome.
I loved it. It was funny because we were at West Virginia. They were playing Texas. And he would just sit there, and he'd be like, Dan would be like, I'll do it for you. He'd come from behind him and just do the horns down in front of him. It was so funny. He was great.
The Big 12 probably would have fucking killed him if it.
He was great. Huggins is the man. He was great.
Okay, a few things to get to today. I believe the rumor on the street is Brandon Walker back tomorrow. That's at least the rumor. I don't have it totally confirmed, but that's the word. I'm flying to Omaha tomorrow, getting out of here for a while. I'm super stoked. To say the least, because what a lineup we've got. And I'm booked till next Friday. I don't know if I'm going to stay for the championship series or not in Omaha. It's going to depend on what fan bases it is. But we're looking forward to hitting that. We'll be doing picks, the whole deal with that. You mentioned the horns down thing. Did you see that somebody got barred from doing the national anthem in Omaha because of a horns down sign?
I did not see that.
That is a ridiculous thing. Somebody did a horns down sign before the Women's College World Series Texas game, and now they're barred from singing the national anthem in Omaha. Look, what a salt! I mean,
just
the softness of the Texas fan base.
The person that was supposed to sing the national anthem just did the horns down, just did the hand gesture.
Yeah, and supposedly, and because of that, they yanked the national anthem from
Texas has too much power, man.
Yeah, no, and
they're acting like it's like a slur.
You're
going like this. Come on. What do we?
I was a Texas up guy. I bet on him both times. I had that half-court shot against my boy Storm Murphy, which, it was separating the family. That half-court shot was huge. And then they got robbed against Purdue. So I'm a big Texas guy. And we maybe work in relationships with Texas to have their coach on. So
there you go.
Shut up, Beard.
Yeah, that would be good. Well, they're heading to Omaha for the 38th time in 75 years, which I've repeated about 6 times on the show because I can't get over that stat. That's so ridiculous to me. 75 College World Series, and they've made over.
So how many titles have they won?
I need to look that up. I know. I mean, they've won.
A lot.
Yeah, a good bit. I mean, I'm not sure. I need to look up the number on that. I mean, I know it's at least over. It's 5 to 10, I think. But yeah, that's just a crazy, crazy stat. The matchups in actually, before I get to the Omaha matchups, we're really close to 100K on the Pick Central account on Twitter. Let's get to 100K.
Yeah.
We're at 98.7 or something. So all of y'all, if you follow Rico, me, Ev, I mean, you probably already follow Pick Central, but if you don't, please follow it. We need to get to 100K. We're at 98.6. We're 1,400 away. we want to be, we want to be made men here.
Triple digits, baby.
Yeah, you get to 100K, you're made.
Racks.
So let's get there. We're gonna make a big push for this. We need 14 more.
Yeah. So I wanted to pull it up, right? You talk about the elite, like the Elite Eight, essentially.
Yes.
Kentucky has been to 38 Elite Eights.
Okay.
In their history. Carolina 29, Kansas 25, Duke 23, UCLA 22. The thing that I don't know is, does that go back to the fake tournaments when there were only 16 teams?
It does.
And John Wooden was playing.
No, it does.
That's all. And I'm not looking to disparage it.
Texas, the same thing. I'm sure.
I need to know, I guess, since 85, how many Elite Eights has a team made?
But also to like baseball, as I said, I almost feel like them making like the College World Series is almost like a Final Four a little bit.
No, it is as far as prestige. Like nobody talks about the Final Four.
Change the parameter.
Yeah, you either make Omaha or you make the title series.
It's like for them, like getting there is like kind of how you would hang a banner for like going to a Final Four. Like I would imagine they would hang a banner for going to College World Series.
That's precisely correct.
So I feel like that's kind of like the.
So, yeah, I guess.
How many is it, TJ?
Texas has 6 titles since 1947, which is the second most, only behind USC, who has 12.
12, okay. So
is that South Carolina or actually USC?
USC.
Southern Cal.
South
Carolina's been good,
right? They won back-to-back.
That's what I thought. I remember them being good.
No, they have as well. Marty Mush joins us. What's up, Marty? How are you?
Doing? Wasn't Oregon State like fucking?
They won in 06. They won in 06, 07, and 18.
They are still good.
When I was younger, Rice was like the school I wanted to go play baseball at was Rice, and I was like, holy shit.
Oh, they fall.
Louisiana was good. Like they were only college
Vanderbilt. I remember.
That,
Like I remember David Price at Vanderbilt when I was like really young and being like, wow, that's like the school.
So Rice in 2003 had 3 top 10 MLB picks as their starters. Their starting rotation was literally all drafted in the top 10 that year, and David Ardsma, their closer, was first round.
That's crazy.
I mean, it was the best pitching staff ever. And I'm going to send the video to TJ, but I'm good friends with one of them, Wade Townsend, who was a top 10 pick. He went full 72 Miami Dolphins when Tennessee got knocked out, got the cigar and champagne bottle out.
Nice.
Said 2003 Rice is still the best. Still the best team in college baseball history because their pitching staff. But it went nuts on the internet. I'm gonna make sure that video's on my Twitter, TJ, if you can get it, because it's one of the funniest things.
Still crazy. My freshman year of high school, the senior class, high school baseball, 5 kids drafted same high school.
Wow.
But your chance of being the best college baseball team in history is now officially over. That honor still lies with my 2003 Rice Juggernaut, which remains the best college baseball team in the history of the sport. Well, Tennessee, you and your fans talked a lot of crap this year, but all you've done is volunteer yourselves to the trash bin of history. You may have hotter chicks, you may have better weather, but what you don't have and what you're not going to have is one of these. So on behalf of the real-life Kenny Powers, the rest of the SEC, and college baseball fans everywhere, Tennessee, you're fucking out.
Love that.
I feel like he's like a Texas high school football dad. Like, get you one of these.
Yeah, no, he is, and it's funny because he's got a big beer gut now. Like he was a top 10 pick by the Devil Rays, and he blew out his elbow in the minors, and now he plays poker, and well, there you go. But anyway, so bunch of stuff this week. Stanley Cup Finals starts tonight. A lot of money came in on the Lightning. Y'all see these odds?
I don't blame them.
It was line got really.
Dude, it's down to plus 142 to win. They're plus 130 tonight. It opened. I remember the Avs were minus 195 a couple of days ago. I mean, I see why people like the Lightning. We all talked about it here. Like, how can you not like a team with championship pedigree that's trying to win their 3rd in a row, Vasilevsky? But I always hate taking the super public underdogs. You want the underdogs when people aren't seeing it. When everybody's on it, it scares me a little bit.
Maybe it's a good time to get Avalanche a lower number.
Yeah, well, tonight
laying a little less juice.
Tonight, I think it's Avs minus 152 or 3 with the Lightning coming back at 130. Over under 6. Game 1 tonight. Looking forward to following the series. It seems like everybody in the NHL, fans are really pumped about it because the Avs have been the best team all year and the Lightning are trying to three-peat. So, you've got the matchup you'd want aesthetically. We'll see. I'm going to say it. I know I'm going to be dealing with a lot of Omaha, but I'm going to pay as much attention as I can. I think the product's been great. Do you have any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I know the seeds don't match up because I don't even know what I know the Panthers snuck in for a 1, but this is
Lightning are lower seed.
Is this kind of like a 1-2 Did the Avalanche get hot in the playoffs, or they ran?
No, they're the one. They were
one like all year.
Avs going into the playoffs, Rico. Avs were plus 275 to win the cup.
Yeah,
that's like crazy.
So is this basically like a 1-1? Like
in a way.
One seeds from each side. Basically, this is the top 2 teams in the league.
Yeah, Tampa was like a 6. I think they were like a 5 or 6 seed coming in, but they've won it back to back and they had the championship medal.
Yeah.
The Avs to my had like the best record all year and all that. I'm pretty sure.
So all right, so the Avs, no question, but also the champs. So even if they weren't the 1 seed, they are number 1 on the throne because they're 2.
Yeah, I mean,
back. So it's a true like 1-1 series.
Yeah,
I mean, series. Yeah,
I think technically, I think you could say that. I mean,
you
won back to back. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it should be entertaining.
You're a team.
I just think the Lightning, after what they did to the Rangers, like you can never count them out. So
yeah, the thing comes down to the Vasilevsky is just so unreal. Tampa's goalie, but Colorado scores so many goals. I mean, literally, Vasilevsky's got to win this series for him. I mean, like he's got to keep Colorado to 2 or 3 goals a game for them to win. Tampa gets, I forgot the guy's name, but one of their best players comes back who's been out in the playoffs in the series. And so that's going to help them.
I think it's point, starts with a P. It's like point or potent, something like that.
Yeah. And so they're going to, I mean, I'm looking forward to watching it. I mean, I think I'm going to, I took Tampa today as a dog, but I just don't like the way the lines moved. I don't.
Yeah, the series prices, like, I feel like I've never seen a series price move that much, like, pre-series.
Yeah, it was.
They were -1. They got even up to, like, almost like 200, like 195. You said right now they're 160.
Yeah, it's like 165, and the Tampa's coming back at plus 142, so it's not what it was, and that's the value of you and Rico both preach it all the time, man. The early line shopping.
Yeah, it's obviously been something to look at with baseball, like, you know. I mean, college football early in the week. More so than the NFL, because I think those college numbers,
they move 3 or 4 points.
Definitely move.
The NFL lines move half a point. Or
yeah,
a point.
Exactly.
That's just what a good gambler does, early lines and stuff. But like someone like me, I'm a day-to-day guy because I gotta know what kind of units I could put on it. Like I hate putting a lot of units on something early when it's like a whole week I got left to gamble.
That's the same thing with futures when you do it before the year and then your money's tied up for 5 months.
Yeah, and it's like obviously futures are good, but then I'm just like looking at it, and also when you know it's a loser for that long, and you like know it's not going to hit,
it's just sitting there.
It just sits there, just rated out. Yeah,
just like I know it's not going to hit it.
See, what I like it for the most is
out of Oregon 2
college.
weeks later.
What I like it for the most is college basketball, because I would just be the sicko that's up at 3 a.m. like waiting for the lines for the next day to drop.
Oh,
that's when like it's not sitting in your account. Like you're literally just betting for the next day.
Yes.
And by that time, your bets are done from the night before. Like you know what your balance is like.
Yeah.
And I'm just fine because like, those are nice ones where I'd catch ones where like it's a pick 'em, and literally by like the game they're like laying like 3-4 points, like stuff like that. It's huge.
Like we're not good at it, but we know what to do.
No, if I
try,
we can give you the recipe. Like it's like if you think you're gonna go to bed and then the next day work your job, whatever, and on your lunch break, get it. Like, you just missed the opportunity. Yeah. Once the game ends and those lines become available, which are usually like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, you got to take a look. Like, that's just really how you make the money now.
I also think the Steam, like, the pro syndicates come in at like 9 or 10 a.m. usually. And, like, when they, like, and they've got all those algorithms where they all bet at the exact same time to where they can't adjust the line and they just hit it. And so, like, you'll see in 4 or 5 minutes these lines move 2 points. I mean, that's
we're on the out. Yeah, we're bad gamblers, but we could tell you what to do. Tell you how to get to a good point. And
I look at it like my test results aren't always going to be good, but I teach you how to study.
Speaking
I can tell you how to study. Speaking
of that, I'm sorry if I missed it yesterday, but I was still baffled by you saying how Game 4 was an easy win for the Celtics before Game 3. Remember that?
Yeah, I have been. Well, no, it's weird. I'm kind of right about the series if the Warriors win in 6, because I said even after Game 1, I was like, I still think the Warriors are in a great spot. 5 games, 6 games max.
No.
I did think the Celtics had a blowout in them. It's like a dartboard chance. It just didn't happen.
100. I still the Warriors are going to win the championship. It's just the Celtics have lost any chance they had. I still don't think they can win the next game. They're not going to win Game 7. It's just a fact. I don't know. They should have won Game 4. That was their chance. Game 5, they had their chance of Steph being shitty.
But they never deserved.
But they were shitty
though. They were up 15. They got lucky to get let back in, and then the Warriors ended up winning.
But I'm saying that if you tell me Steph
absolutely.
Scoring that, you got to pounce on them. Where it's like that was your chance. And
you're right. I was dead wrong about the Celtics having one blowout win. It might be tonight.
No,
you won by 16 game 3.
Not that. I was saying game 4 when you said it was a guarantee. You and Coley were like game 4, and before game 3 we were talking about.
Yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, it was before game 3, and you were like Friday Celtics win.
Gotta take a chance.
Looking at Game 6, that is tomorrow night. Boston currently a 4-point favorite. Over/under of 210. These games have kind of been going a little under. I guess not all of them. I mean, it went over in Game 3.
The last one was lowest.
It's just weird. It's just really either
Game
all
ugly or Game 2 went way under too.
I'm saying like the total, like the set total before the game.
I just feel like gambling instinct-wise, Boston looks so bad on offense in the last one. I almost just want to take over 210 in this one because the over/under was like 215 or 216, and it's down all the way to 210.
I'm just so worried.
Everybody's got
somebody's got to start making shots. Yeah.
I'm just so worried about their role players. Just look like it wasn't even that they looked bad. They looked lost too. They looked lost, no confidence. Like it's just scary. I don't know. I it's an entirely different Boston team needs to show up. Whole different team. Like. Just the sloppy passing, like the bad shooting, everything, all that shit. Like you just can't beat a team like that, like doing that. You can't. They're too good. They just know how to win. I mean, I don't know. It just scares me because the youth on their team. I almost feel like as the series has gone on, is showing more and more
turnovers,
which is just really scary.
I mean, if you look at Tatum's line last game, it looked great. It was a 27.
But he actually played well though.
No, he played well.
He played the best.
The fourth quarter, missed 4 or 5, and turnovers, which is like he's playing great. It's just more that's where it comes in, where it's like even though Steph sucked, he still he was still playing well in the fourth quarter enough, and he still has that ability for people to go after him, like Dream. They're just gonna win. That's what it is.
It's Golden State plus 140 when you look at it. It's not hard to talk yourself in. That's a pretty good price.
Well, we talk about I think on the stream a little bit too, on spreads of 6 or less. Literally the last 67 finals games in a row, spread 6 or less. The spread has not mattered.
Golden State
does just win. You cover the points of your favorite, or you just win outright.
It doesn't seem like Golden State plays that many close games. Like they either lose, they win big, or they lose by.
I don't think what's been the smallest margin of victory in this finals. I don't think it's been under 10.
Yeah, Boston won big game 1. Golden State won big game 2. What was game 4? What did Golden State win by what game 4?
12 or 16 maybe or something like that.
Every one of them's been double digits then.
I think pretty much every one has been at least 12.
Am I crazy to say the Warriors haven't even looked that good? They haven't looked at their full potential. They've obviously have went on runs and stuff.
Steph carried them game 4.
Yeah.
Boston played bad, and Wiggins stepped up huge game 5.
Great, but I forgot Wiseman's not even playing.
Well, yeah, he's not. He's been hurt and all that.
Wiseman's another piece they have.
No, I know. That's
whatever.
Still don't even know.
No, they haven't looked good. I agree with you.
They haven't looked.
They played good defense.
Potential. Yes,
and they're still up 3-2.
I mean, where would they be without?
Dominated game 1, except for, had a huge lead, blew it in game 1. I know it was close at the half, but they basically threw away game 1.
Draymond also played a lot better last game too, and it was him following around. He's an annoying asshole, but it kind of works.
I think the Celtics are good. I just think I don't know. It's weird because Golden State has looked like shit.
It just looks like an experience thing. It really does.
No, I thought it did in game. I was saying I think it really did in game 5.
Yeah, that's what it really showed.
And then this is also the point too with Kerr doesn't get mentioned a lot because everybody talks about the team, but the experience, you make the adjustments in games 5, 6, and 7. Now you've seen that team 4 times. You've taken their best shots. Everybody's having to adjust, flip stuff, and I feel like that's more of the championship medal.
This is
shown.
When I saw the Celtics at their best, it was Williams and then it was White, Tatum, Smart, and Brown. That was their 5 that I think they need to go with because that's where they went on their run in, what was it, the third quarter?
Yeah.
In the game 5, that was their 5. White hasn't really done anything.
Since game 1. He had that great game 1.
Him with someone Pritchard can't hit a fucking shot either when he
can't shoot. He's worth
Yeah, he's worthless.
Yeah.
I'd probably cut Pritchard out of the rotation tonight.
He really has been playing 5 minutes, and he just awful during that 5 minutes.
But that plus minus, if it's going to be -8, and you know.
Oh yeah, 100%. I just think that they're way better when they do that lineup because it was they were moving during that, and then it just went to shit.
You know what was interesting was that crazy bank 3 by Poole. It was going to be Celtics by 2 going to the 4th, and that gave Golden State a 1-point lead. The that's what I was saying. Look what happened in the 4th off that. I mean, it was crazy what that did for the energy in the building, and it kind of, I feel like maybe it rattled the Celtics a little bit.
Just annoying. Like, you came all the way back, you did well, and it's just annoying. Like, oh, that went in, and it's like.
And then, like, energy going into the 4th in the building.
Well, that goes back to the big thing of, like, coming back takes a lot of energy out of you. You know, you see it, especially in the NCAA tournament, too, a lot. Like, it's just a basketball thing. Like, all right, we're down 15. You got the coach, like, all right, 1 possession at a time, and now it's at 10. And, all right, at the 6-minute mark, we want it to be at 5, and you cut it and cut it and cut it. That, like, chasing that, you're basically just chasing to tie or chasing to, like, have a shot late, and it takes a lot of energy out of you, and then they can kind of put you away. You know what I mean?
No, that makes sense. That does make sense.
Guys talk about the Klay guy, the Klay lookalike?
Let's talk about it. Let's. I saw the KFC video.
He's coming on Coin Boys tonight, and it's just me tonight, so I'm gonna have him on. But it's like, I think it's crazy he got banned.
I mean, he banned forever is pretty wild.
Well,
they literally let him in.
He didn't like force his way.
People who did it, who let him in without a question.
They opened the door for
him. He does look exactly like should they lose their jobs too? You know what I mean?
Lose their job, but how do you let a guy in? You think Klay Thompson at home doesn't know? Like, he's going through, doesn't know where to park and stuff.
He's showing up in full
uniform.
The
Warriors need to look at that and be like,
shorts.
You know what? Good for you. And, like, praise him almost. Not praise him because, I mean, more people will try and do it. But, like, just be like that. If they looked at it and laughed, I think it's, dude, this is fucking.
Like, the guy shows up in full, you think he showed up in full uniform?
And a headband and game shorts.
Going through the entrance I go through.
Well, he's like ready to play right now.
Yeah, that's the giveaway because all their jerseys are in the locker room.
He's a dub today, Klay.
He's wearing this game sneakers, headband.
How did he get his shots up?
The guy's shooting threes. He made a few.
He was whapping them too. He's a huge YouTuber too. Like, people don't know him.
Dawes TV, been around forever.
He has like 6 million subscribers, right?
If we wanted to.
There was a guy in the 80s who, like, this was like a thing. Like, he got warm-up lines at the All-Star game. Like, they're all, like, famous chaser people like this.
He's
just on the court shooting threes.
I'm sure he cut only his makes, but, I mean, he's got a good shot. This is weird.
I don't know if he, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if he got many shots up because he was like, all right, let's get out of here.
I think the air ball layup might have been what, like, got him out. Like, what they were like, hey, like.
Yeah, like, Klay wouldn't do that.
Like, Klay wouldn't. Like, no way he's airballing a layup.
Yeah. I wish right here he was just like, I'm Klay Thompson. What do you mean?
I didn't watch the full video. Does he, like, explain when he gets banned? Because this just seems like they're walking him out.
That's what I'm going to...
What are these guys, idiots? They take the pictures? They think he's Klay?
No. They know him from like YouTube.
Got it.
He's a huge YouTuber.
And he's done this fake Klay bit a bunch.
And he always has been behind their bench wearing Klay jerseys, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what he said. He had like $10,000 tickets to the game that he just like he got to eat them. Like,
this went crazy.
Freaking L.
Crazy. Vibe.
I mean, it's just funny how much like even with the hood on, like he really does kind of look like him.
Him getting kicked out and banned was like almost
banned is a lot. I like especially if he's like from out there.
It is though. You got to
like,
take the definition. I mean, it's trespassing. What he did.
Yeah.
So.
It's not. I guess you got it.
I could see maybe like just obviously you're not going to like anymore. Like you're not going to Game 5 or Game 7.
Right.
But, like banned forever. Is
banned
like,
forever.
Come on.
Yeah. That's a league. Maybe that's a league. Like the league would come back down on. I don't know.
He didn't crack a door open. He didn't like you. Literally opened the door for him.
It was your fault.
Yeah, you said, "Hey, have a good game, pal."
That was a good tweet too.
Great tweet.
Yeah, I got to be an NBA player for 10 minutes. Of course, it's
before the NBA Finals.
He also can go to literally the other 29 arenas.
There's no. If I could take batting practice in Yankee Stadium, would be banned forever. I really would. I swear to God, if I could be taking batting practice with the team before the game, them thinking I was somebody else, and banned for life, I'm in. What about you guys? Your favorite teams?
To never go to Yankee game again.
You're at Ohio State, warming up with the team.
To never go to a game ever again.
No, you're doing walkthroughs with the team before the championship. 10 minutes you get to do that.
But I've like been on the field and shit before.
No. Not be on the field. You are 10 minutes doing run
helmet with he's got the Buckeyes
the helmet on
sticker. You got the sticker.
Full pads.
The sticker. You got the Buckeyes on your helmet.
It's not a November game. It's a fucking. It's the national championship.
But he wasn't even with anybody though. He was by himself.
He shot on the court.
Yeah, but that'd be like me. Like we've.
I don't know.
Been lucky enough to do some shit like that a little bit.
You're guarding C.J. Stroud, Big Ev.
But that's my.
I'm just saying.
I protect him with my life. So.
You wouldn't take batting practice with the Mets.
It's practice. That's I know it's like a.
It's just like Yankees. Like I just love going to a few Yankee games a year. It would suck at 27 to like never be able to go.
When they make the World Series, you can't go.
Like I can never go to a game ever again.
But they were in the World Series, and you took batting practice with the team, and they won the World Series.
And you also there's the offshoot of being a public figure and all the clicks and following.
Well, see with him, I don't know where he's from.
Probably not even a Warriors.
Like that's what I'm saying. If he's not like I would do it at any other arena besides like a Yankees game, like Ohio State, Giants, whoever. Like to never go to one of those games, I would hate it.
I'm just saying, you hitting Aaron Judge gets out and then Big Ev walks in. It'd be fucking awesome.
It would be sick. But just
be a question to race.
No, I don't hate it. I just think I don't know if I could do it at like my actual team's ballpark or like arena, whatever.
Well, tune in to Coin Boy.
What time are y'all today?
Dana's can't be there, but it's just 9 to 11, and then I'm gonna have Fake Klay, Big Dawes on there.
Awesome.
Talk about it.
So 9 to 11.
Yeah.
And y'all are doing what? You're doing 2 a week right now?
Yeah.
Y'all do Monday and Wednesday? Is that what it is? Okay.
Yep, Monday and Wednesday.
All right, Rico, I saw you posted them. I wanted to make sure we touched on it. I said it during the show yesterday.
Yeah.
We got a few U.S. Open golf futures because that starts tomorrow. I've got a few as well. They're playing in the Boston area. So
Brookline, I believe is the name of it. Brookline.
Yes, sir. The country club.
Dave's not the biggest golf fan, but if he's going to the finals, I wonder if he's going by the U.S. Open.
I think
probably in a suburb.
It's like timing with him. Like I don't think you could anything could get him to spend the day for 6 hours that he, like horse racing. Yeah, he did that, but that's what he
loves horse racing. So I feel like Dave's like an intense guy, and golf's like so slow.
Yes,
horse racing 2 minutes,
It's an acquired. Yeah, I don't think he could spend 6 hours doing that.
Okay, well,
what
you got some futures up? I've got.
All right, yeah, I took a stab at 6 of them. The way this month is going, I'm gonna need to hit one of them. Sam Burns, 28-1.
Yeah, 3-1 North. There you go.
Cam Smith, 20-1. Marikawa, obviously.
Cheered that hard for Sam Burns in the life. I love that.
JT at 11-1, Home at 40, and Brooks at 45. He always does well in a U.S. Open. I know he's has been playing great. I could see him making a run at it. The 2 head-to-heads. Brooks minus 114 against Tommy Fleetwood. Fleetwood has not been great out of the rough. He's almost like dead last. I think Brooks can beat him in a head-to-head round 1 or for the tournament. Mito Pereira minus 125 over Power, and Davis Riley plus 105 over Keegan Bradley.
Davis Riley's young and coming up. I've been hearing he's pretty good.
Those would be my 3 head-to-heads.
Okay, I've got a few. The ones I've got I've got Sam. I mean, I take Sam every week, but I can't believe he's 28-1 now, but he's won 3 times on the tour this year. I've got Cam Smith, and I'm taking Homa 40-1 as well because he's hot. I've got a flyer to win round 1, Cam Young at 40-1. Apparently he starts hot. And then I hadn't looked at the matchups yet, but I'm fading Phil Mickelson and Dustin Johnson in this live thing all week. I feel like there's a lot of eyeballs on it. I don't think Phil's playing well right now. There's a lot of distractions, a lot of stuff with it, so I'm going to go against both.
I actually weirdly think there's a little bit of not Phil, but I think DJ, there might be some kind of fuck you, possibly.
He could have that in him.
He could just be around. That's all. I don't think it's worth it, but he definitely could be lingering and be around.
I don't know if I could take Scheffler. I was looking at him at 14-1. It's just so. I mean, it's
guys like that. I think you can actually go chase the other way. You're getting plus signs to miss the cut. Somebody's gonna blow up. I think you could if you don't think they're gonna win, just take them to not make the cut. You're at least chasing a plus sign.
Yeah. That's fair. But I'm looking forward.
That's what's good about golf. So, and then obviously, listen, none of these guys are in. You can get back in Saturday with something.
I got in. I took Justin Thomas was down 6 or 7 going to Sunday, and he was 30-1, and I mean I hit it.
I hit it too.
Yeah, It was just a good spot because that dude I forgot the guy's name that was leading, but like when you have like I don't want to say no name.
I feel bad for that guy.
Oh man,
I hit him twice.
Hit the water, and there was no water to even hit him.
Oh, I felt bad, but I was so happy at the same time because I hit him. I hit JT the day before. He was like 9-1, and then woke up. He was 25-1. I was like, well, if I'm gonna ride him, I got to get it at the good number.
You can even get crazy.
That was a miracle.
That
was
get
crazy.
Crazier and crazier if guys got a 2-shot lead after like 15. If you really want to get nuts. And then, you can, if you think, all right, my guy's going to, if my guy could just birdie 16 and he bogeys 17, like especially if they're in different groups or when they're playing head-to-head, either way, you can get a guy at like 35-1, 20, you know what I mean? Because he's got a 2-shot lead with 2 holes to, like you can just look at that as well. Golf's definitely it's like day trading, basically. If you think a guy's going to go, if you see weather coming in that's going to affect guys, like, greens are running out. Either way, it's golf is truly like a day trading sport as far as.
I still think it's the best time to bet on golf is Saturday.
I agree, because you can lose a guy who's not in the club.
No, you're right.
A lot of plus signs.
I've noticed, and Rico just did it. And I have 3 or 4. I've done this before, where you like overextend yourself before the tourney, and then you're like, "Crap, I'm stuck so much," and you don't leave yourself enough leeway.
Yeah, I gave out 6. I broke them up. I mean, more money's on JT. Because he's at 11-1, like you break up a budget and little darts for the little guys. Obviously, American.
You can get still really good odds on Saturday.
100%. I mean, Marikawa was 50-1 before he won the U.S. Open that time, and made he went 6 under or 7 under. I think he was like 6 or 7 back. Like I don't know. It's crazy. You can get extremely hot and make a run at it. And like you said too, you don't want to say a no name, but like a guy who's probably doesn't belong there. They call it moving day for a reason.
Yeah,
he's probably moving down.
The thing is, people can get hot for a round on Thursday or Friday, but sustaining it with all the pressure in day 3 or 4 is always.
The other thing too is was it a true guy goes 6 under on Thursday and 4 under on Friday? Let's say he's holding -10 or he's 10 under, right? Did he chip in for an eagle from 65 yards out? Yeah. Like how many long putts? Did he make 2 45-footers to save par? Now that's 2 shots. I don't know. Look at the scorecard. It's the same thing we talk about all the time. Like just prepare, dive into it, figure out what the real story is. That's
the other thing, you kind of mentioned this Fleetwood, this counts. When the weather is really crappy, the Europeans do better. Like, because a lot of them are used to that Scottish golf and that awful weather.
That's why I hate
So, like, whenever you got to check the weather, but if the weather's going to be really awful, I feel like that almost, like, favors the guys. Like, because so many, and don't get me wrong, these PGA Tour guys are best in the world, but a lot of them live in Jupiter, Florida, or whatever, playing these, like, pristine conditions all the time. And so, when it's gray and rainy and all that, I
looks
feel
like clear skies for the weekend.
Okay, well. There you go. I think it's going to be a really hot weekend around the country from what I'm hearing. I'm being told that.
Also, if you're looking for an underdog Sunday morning, it's Father's Day, bet on a guy who just had a kid.
Brooks Koepka. Didn't he just have a kid, or am I?
Did he?
No,
almost got one.
Or was it they just
almost got one really close?
Or was it that he just got married? I thought something happened with Brooks.
I'm just saying, sentiment-wise.
Maybe it was he just got married. I could
definitely storylines with that Sunday.
That's what it was.
You know what I mean?
Married, not a kid, but
I remember the Mickelson Father's Day.
100%. Like you got to root for that. That's all.
I really just tried this one. Like I don't claim to be like a golf expert. I just try to pick guys that are like talented low. Like the ones that had like Brooks, I had circled, like DJ I had circled just because he's 40-1, and just because I'm such a sucker for like. I love the fuck you to the establishment. That would be
so. You got DJ 40-1.
It would just be because it would just be such a good story. Like he's too talented to be 40-1. It would just be unreal if he's just in the mix on like Sunday. Like if a live guy won it, it would
definitely
be
agree with you. Yeah,
fucking funny.
So
funny.
What do you need to do golf wise, or what needs to happen in the first 2 days where you change the name? Because don't you change your name on Twitter? To like Big Ten Ev or like
Ohio State Ev.
I'm Snacks Curry right now.
I know, yeah. Are you gonna call?
Well, Hoops Ev is gonna change after when the finals is over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you're making,
if I especially after I hit JT a few weeks ago, if I hit a golf one, I'll be Golf Ev.
Fairway Ev.
Because then all of a sudden it'll fuck me. After winning with no research, I'll start doing real research.
All right, yeah. I'm just wondering.
This one I literally just looked at the board and just tried to look at guys that were low and low odds talented.
I'm just wondering when you go full on the chest.
If I
fairway Ev.
If DJ or Brooks wins.
All right, got it.
I think the third one I'm going to take just because I was thinking about him the other day. Shout out my guy Colby Nolan. I think I might sprinkle Finau as well.
Oh, okay. Finau, wouldn't you want to bet him to top 5 or top 10 instead of win?
He's got to break through eventually.
But, I mean, he is so consistent.
I don't know I haven't talked to Colby.
He's 35 to 1.
All right, I'll give you a full circle here. What if we find out Colby? What if we found out what?
Colby had a kid. Yeah, Finau
did have a kid.
I might double up on Finau now. I might.
Is Colby the Finau tracker account on Twitter? Or is it somebody else?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, it's Colby.
But for the rest of my life,
no, it's Colby.
No,
legitimately.
Colby texted me on when he has steak. That's when I talk to Colby Nolan. So whenever he's having steak,
he texted me about UFC.
Finau's got to be.
It's got to be a play.
I'm doubling up. I'm doubling up.
All right, Tony.
I was literally explaining to Jersey Jerry yesterday about the Colby Nolan Tony Finau saga. Because they never crossed paths here, and I was telling him, I was like, for the rest of my life, when I just Tony Finau, I think Colby. Ever.
He's been close a ton of times.
So many times, and then after it was like a month or two after he left here, he finally won that tournament. I was so happy for him. I could not. I remember he called in.
Wait, had he not won a tournament?
He won one in Puerto Rico one time.
A while ago.
I knew he hadn't won a major.
No, he hadn't won.
No,
he hadn't won anything.
He bet him every time for like
he won some like really minor tournament in Puerto Rico like
that's
7 or 8 years ago.
Down bad.
You know what's crazy is he's got millions of dollars in his bank account.
Oh yeah.
Well, also he's getting the top
I know.
five
That's what I'm saying. Like golf it's crazy to just like.
I forget which one it was. The big tournament he blew it, but Colby ended up hitting pretty big on him because he had him like top 5, top 10, like all these. So he ended up making good money, but he just never could get that winning price. And finally he pulled it off. That was great. I was happy for him. Yeah. His phone must have blew up that day from Barstool.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how Ricky Fowler was back in the day, and now Xander Schauffele.
Yup, Schauffele.
He's like 20 to 1. He never wins, and he's in the top 5 every time.
Fowler's
on my cards a million different times. Yep.
What's Zalatoris at?
28 to 1, I think.
I think he's going to become I love that guy.
He's a gamer. He's like, it seems like these big ones.
Didn't he win the tournament like right after the Wacky Wednesday parlay? It wasn't the tournament we did, obviously.
Next one,
then he won the next one.
Well, he came in second to JT in that playoff.
Yeah. But that was the one that when the kid gave it out?
That might have been the next week, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he gave it out.
He gave it out for the Byron.
Way.
He gave it out for the Byron Nelson, I think it was.
Zalatoris is I can't find him.
Pretty sure it's 28.
Yeah, 28 to 1.
28 to 1, okay.
But I think it's tough to these majors, the long shots never win. I mean, I know the PGA, the guy almost won, but they never almost win. I mean, I'm looking for I guess you mentioned Davis Riley, 70 to 1. I might, but that's almost not even enough.
I mean, there's a lot of meat on the bone here. Like the favorite is fucking 9 to 1. Usually you're getting a guy, it seems
It's always going to be like the hot guys like JT and Rory are red hot right now.
What the hell happened to Bryson DeChambeau? He's 100 to 1 now. I mean, remember how god he was?
Yeah, well, I think
saying he was changing.
He's going to be a live guy too, right?
Yeah, and he doesn't have the mental capacity.
No, he's a head case.
He'd be like a fuck you guy.
Also, I think like his thing only lasted for a little while, or guys figured out like what he was, the
Well, he just became a head case.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to hit the ball really far, but that'll
giving shit to guys in the course and he's such he's just so in his own head.
Yeah, I don't know. It just was wild because he was dominating so much, and now he's falling off.
Has that cooled off with Koepka? Because I know they kind of made up, but
they did that thing they played together with
that was kind of a week. I thought they were going to be more hostile when they played.
That made me stop watching those ever because it was the most boring match I ever watched.
Needed that rivalry, yeah.
I forget who they played with.
Wasn't he doing the ants and he was making people comment on the ants, Koepka?
Well, they just kept every time DeChambeau he'd be like Brooksy. And
I know that,
and then he started freaking out.
Wasn't there a thing with the ants? Do you don't remember what I'm talking about on Instagram? TJ, whatever. See if you can pull that up. They were he was freaking out about the red ants on where he hit his ball in the woods.
Who DeChambeau was?
DeChambeau was, yeah. And then Koepka was trolling him, and then everyone was you were just putting ants in the thing. I'm like,
I'll never forget the one clip when Brooks is getting interviewed, and then DeChambeau walks by him, and he just stops. He's like, ugh.
Looks like me.
Just disgusted.
Yeah, he did the full recall.
Absolutely disgusted. So funny.
Well, anybody wants to add picks as the weekend goes, feel free. I'm going to tweet out mine. Rico, thanks for coming and getting those picks out.
I mean, I got 6. I'm just hoping they all make the cut because it's nothing worse than.
No, it's the worst when you look up and you're just dead and you're stuck early.
Before, just because one of my picks starts at 1.
Okay.
I got the Wings plus 8.5.
WNBA it's the morning WNBA season.
Yep, I it's
You got day games today? Oh, school day maybe?
probably probably field trip day. 8.5's a lot.
People are still in
Aces
school.
are good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, in New York.
New York, yeah. But I don't know.
Well, it's ending like now, like pretty much right now is when the.
It's also though, like they got to figure out a way. Whatever. You're going to school for these days. Like I remember as a kid, like it's fun to go watch movies and you have a half day and spirit day and field day and this and that. But it's like also like, can I just get out like Memorial Day? You know, like what the fuck are we doing?
That's what I remember.
Like, I have to go for 180 days, then change it. Make me learn for 150. Like give me no bullshit that like I don't know.
Do shit anyway.
Cancel the Christmas pageant. Cancel Easter Mass. Those bullshit days. Yeah, you go.
Lived a different life.
What do you mean Easter Mass?
Yeah, what do you,
The
Friday
school.
before, like, or the third.
You get off Monday,
Christmas
right?
pageant, like what?
Yeah, didn't you get off Friday?
Day before Christmas, you were telling me you were pounding the books in grade school before you knew it was Christmas vacation, like December 23rd, 22nd.
I don't know what. I didn't go
Like
to
a half
Christmas
day, I think.
pageant.
I'm just saying, like,
What?
go down to the auditorium, sing Christmas
You go to
songs,
public
watch
school, there's no
movies. It's a
mass.
half day. Bullshit. Just cancel the.
I didn't sing Christmas songs.
Okay. you were just a learner. It's clearly paid.
Not a learner, but we just like
Really paid. An
think it
immense
was a-
fucking program.
You'd
out
watch a
in Long
movie
Island.
or you'd go.
There was no mass at Goshen High
There
School.
weren't throwaway days.
Yeah.
There weren't throwaway days in your school growing up in grade school.
You watch a movie.
Okay, throw those days away, and do the learning then. And now I can get out on Memorial Day.
I know what
There's
you mean.
more people. If
I know
you
what
did a
mean.
poll, there are definitely throwaway days in grade school.
Oh well, no, of course.
Yeah, I know there's
One of them is
throwaway
But,
days.
definitely around
but they'll be like
specific.
but you also can catch like random throwaway days too.
Yeah, you did
Like
specific.
like a potential sub day they
wait,
might throw a
speaking of
movie
poll,
on.
Mincy, this is interesting because you're a little older than us.
Yeah, sure.
What Elvis and Michael Jackson?
What about?
Who is more famous?
I mean, I'm not that old. I'd say my.
Oh, I know, but like, it's still because like people my age. Because I thought you'd have to be really old for Elvis, but I still think Elvis. I was like stunned that Michael Jackson. Not stunned. I think it's a very close race, but I think
I
Elvis.
feel like I grew up. Michael Jackson was like when I grew up, so maybe I'm biased because
Michael Jackson.
I'm from the South.
What do you
and
think?
Elvis
It's a
is obviously.
runaway?
Well,
I think Michael Jackson.
I
is,
think
like,
the
an absolute
touching.
runaway.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I think
leaning
the little
to.
kids thing definitely hurt him, but
I-
Didn't Elvis have a 14-year-old girlfriend? But I guess
I don't know.
it was
See, that's
before.
what I don't know. But Michael.
Also, a big
Jackson
thing with
nailed
Elvis
it.
too. There was all these like really talented black singers. He just stole all their songs. You know that's the thing.
Ooh.
Elvis. I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and learned that. It's true. There was like he would just steal all these like obviously it was way back in like the 50s whatever, but he would just like all these super talented black musicians. He would literally just steal their songs.
I was gonna say, who was his manager? Hesh.
Yeah.
Literally, like no, literally,
Well,
it was.
people were
it was the
saying-
thing. They literally showed him, and they would show like a black woman singing the song like 6 years before he came out with it. Like it was. I was like, what the fuck?
People were saying
It was a
Michael
whole thing.
I had
Like,
no
he's-
idea.
He stole so many.
I knew that you know that definitely like that's crazy though. I didn't know that was.
People were saying Michael Jackson because it's more like recent. He was. We remember when he died.
He was
Like-
so much bigger. I feel like just in general.
I just don't. Because what Elvis died in the 70s, and when did Michael Jackson
died,
died?
like, in, like,
2000. So it's like.
I was in like 9, 10 maybe.
2010
so I think it's hard for
or
people on
11.
Twitter, like no,
I had
there's
to
no-
Yeah,
guess.
Michael Jackson.
I'm gonna say
so big.
2010.
Oh, I know he's so big, but I know obviously Elvis is so big.
I'm gonna say 2010 if I had to guess.
It was. I think I was a sophomore in high school. when he
Or as I
died.
thought of it, the Elvis movie's coming out, and that guy.
Oh, really?
I just. I don't know. I don't like his accent, the way he's doing Elvis.
2009.
Freaks me out.
When did he die?
2009. He said makes sense.
June
2009,
2009.
Somewhere after
Checks
that.
out.
So it's so much more recent for people on Twitter. Younger people are like
Nobody
Michael
knows.
Jackson.
Dude, I don't even.
It's like-
Elvis wasn't. I mean, I'm older, but like Elvis died before I was born.
No, I know. That's what I'm like. Because Brandon, what's how old's Brandon? 42.
Yeah, something like
He was like
Yeah, he's-
definitely Elvis, and I mean he still would.
For Michael Jackson, the whole race change story is bigger than his music, right?
I
What'd
mean,
you say?
I do always think it was. He
It
said.
was,
that-
I mean, it definitely was a huge deal. I don't know about bigger, but it definitely was a massive deal.
What?
He just that his like skin.
So the race
changing
race
But didn't
change
he
was that
have
bigger than the
a-
and all
music?
that.
But didn't he have a
a
like
song doesn't matter if you're black or white. And,
No, didn't
and
he-
race change? Yeah,
Oh, didn't he
It's all
have
true.
a skin disease?
There was like a fire during a Pepsi commercial shoot or something, and then he had like vitiligo, which makes your skin pigment change color.
Okay. Wow.
Like,
But then
doesn't-
also there was accusations that he was like amplifying it or whatever.
what about isn't like Sammy Sosa the same thing?
There was
Yeah.
pictures of Sammy Sosa that
He
bleached his
has
skin.
lightened his skin quite a bit. Yeah.
He's aged. It's
Honestly,
been rough.
when I was a child,
Rough
like
looking at Sosa.
when I was a child, like no bullshit, I wasn't afraid of like ghosts. I was afraid of Michael Jackson. Dead serious.
No, that's like an actual. My friend.
Because as a kid, like all I saw on the news was that he was like a child predator, and he just looked creepy as fuck.
Didn't he do that weird thing?
Like when I was in the
hung a kid out the window.
When I was like 9 years old in the dark, like alone in my room, I was afraid Michael Jackson was gonna come in and like snatch me up. Dead serious. I'm not joking.
I know you're not.
I was petrified. Legitimately, like when I saw him on TV,
was Smooth
I was
playing in
petrified.
your mind.
I thought he was like gonna snatch me up as a child and like
So
kidnap
he's
me.
gonna moonwalk in there.
Did you watch?
Literally. I'm dead serious. Because all you would see on the news at that time when I was a kid, it was him just diddling kids, the Neverland thing, all that. Like it was scary.
Did you watch any of that documentary? It's uncomfortable.
No,
I'd be scared now. It'd give me nightmares.
Crazy.
We can't have Big Ev relapse.
That's what I'm saying. I'll be scared now. He's
Like, what was
he's dead and
Macaulay
I'm so
Culkin?
afraid.
Like, he was like his best friend. Like, Macaulay Culkin was like hanging out with him.
I mean, he was having little kids like sleep over his house.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yeah,
as fuck.
that is yeah.
What a little. That was a nice tangent.
It was a good tag.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I did. I had to get it off my chest.
I guess changing gears a little bit, just quick run through College World Series odds, and then we're going to get to our picks. Tennessee getting knocked out. This is like the most even I've ever. The favorites are 4-1, and the worst team is 8-1. That's how even this college baseball is.
Looks like the Belmont.
Here's a couple stats for you, Rico. Notre Dame was 48-1 before the Tennessee series, and now they're plus 550.
Oh,
I know. I mean, that was. That's one.
yeah. You said I'm going to take Notre Dame to win the series, so I mean, it's not the same, obviously, to win it, but
I remember looking at it like saying
crazy.
like that was part of why I took Arkansas and A&M was because like if Tennessee loses, how much it was going to change.
that's crazy.
Stanford and Texas are the favorites at 4-1. Look, I know Stanford's got this. Like Dave's got Stanford 12-1. They've played a cream puff war. They got through. They beat Texas State in 3, and they beat UConn, who was the worst super regional team in 3. And the Pac-12, they're the only team there. I don't know. We'll see. I know they got talent, but I don't know. I think they had a weak draw. Texas 4-1. Arkansas and Notre Dame both 11-2. Arkansas plays Stanford. Ole Miss plus 650. Auburn 7-1. Oklahoma plus 750. A&M 8-1.
I'm pulling for the Irish. They got a Staten Island kid who's from a great family. St. Peter's product. No joke. I'm rooting for Notre Dame.
I feel like Oklahoma may be I hope I'm wrong.
Nice.
But I think Oklahoma plus 750 may be the best value here.
Brother was on one of the best CYO teams of all time.
You and Minty are the same. Anyone from Staten Island,
We root for
from
him.
Mississippi
Oh, yeah.
or Louisiana,
Do the same thing for Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
and he does. Yeah, same as Jersey back there too.
I'm kind of like that too. Probably not to the extent that they are, but especially if you're from like in just the general like close area. Mincy's like all of Louisiana.
Yeah, well, look, I'm also in a spot where
Like, there's just too many people from New York that need to be like everybody from New York.
Well,
more like
the thing is
closer
in
to
football,
Long
in football specifically, there's tons. Louisiana and Mississippi have awesome. But the other sports, it's a little
My
sprinkled.
friends in
You know what I mean?
college used to get mad at that for college basketball because I was claiming the whole league. So, like, Truck Bryant in West Virginia, who my brother played against, Gavin Grant, NC State. Like, anytime anybody would do anything, I'd be like, New York City product, New York City league. Like, all right, you can't have the whole league.
I try to go straight 8-4-5.
I'm more Staten Island now.
Just
And
the zip code.
I haven't watched the league in a while, so I don't know. I don't know them like I did in and out, but that was fresh out of high school. Like, I was playing against those guys. They're like, you can't have the whole league. I'm like,
Yeah,
I think you got to keep it to. I try to keep it to my area code.
yeah, okay.
that's fair. The three.
Like we had Cleanthony early.
Oh, okay.
We got like Shane Burgos, who's like a good, like very good UFC fighter. There's not like a ton else, so it's not like a huge area. So
The 318 one I say on Twitter, Andrew Whitworth, who just retired, Sam Burns, the golfer, Robert Williams for the Celtics. I mean, we've got a few.
Bro, I barely have any.
like Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris, yeah, and I guess that's Tobias Harris the only one. Neil Heaton, remember him?
No.
He's old.
I don't think I do.
It's
Staten Island's got more than you think. We're two guys on SNL, like, fucking running the show.
Is it Long
That's
Island?
diff-
It's Stu's
How's
guy, the
sports is
receiver,
different?
Tom.
Yeah.
That's
That
Long Island.
Frank was just abusing.
John
Kennedy.
Bellion.
Tom
John
Kennedy.
Bellion's that's the one.
Oh yeah, we got Andy Grammer
A big Ange.
It's from-
R.I.P.
from
Big
Monroe.
Ange.
From Monroe. There's a Monroe.
from Monroe, New York.
Wow, there's a Monroe, New York.
Yep.
R.I.P. Big Ange.
Monroe, Louisiana. Good. Who knew? All right, let's get to some picks. I did crappy yesterday. I tried to use my underdog college baseball theory for a major league, and I went 0-4, and it sucked. But luckily for me, this is about the only time.
There were a lot of spicy dogs yesterday in baseball.
Yeah, this is a rough. It's a rough day for the boys here. 2, 4, 6, 8,
It's not good.
8 and 120. Nowhere to go but up.
Yep.
From that one, I am not going to go first after what happened to me yesterday. I guess Marty, you want to?
I'll give you some losers.
Yeah, I'll go fast. Wings plus 9. The White Sox. I saw that stat. Javi Baez is the worst hitter of all time by Castellani. I got the Reds.
Wait, what?
Not of all. Like he's the worst. He's the worst hitter in baseball right now.
Wow.
Javi Baez.
Wow.
Yankees and the Padres. Nestor Cortez isn't gonna fucking. I mean, the Yankees. I'm serious. It's getting boring. Yesterday was just
2-0.
the best game. It was easy.
Right when Cole was really do a good one, and I still went against
him. It was jacked up too. It's just the best team ever.
They're dominating.
It's fun. It's fun. I'm on the Yankees as well. I mean, just the Yankees. Like I got 137 this morning. I mean, there's never that low anymore. I also in the early game I took the Tigers. I really like the young kid Finau that's pitching. He's
Florida Gator. Really, he was a.
I think he's made like 5 starts so far, but he's been really, really good. So I like them. I like the Mets money line plus money tonight. And I know I'm walking into a buzzsaw here. I just have a weird feeling. I like the Nationals. I think they break the streak tonight with the Braves. I think Eric the Fed. I don't know if you say Fed or Fetty on the mound. He's that guy. Like I've weirdly bet on him a few times. His dog, and he's came through for me. So I'm taking a shot on him tonight.
Rico, what you got?
I got the D-backs money line. I got the Cards minus 1.5, and I'm gonna go with the White Sox as well money line.
And Rico's got all his golf picks up: Sam Burns, Cam Smith, Colin Morikawa, JT, Homa, and Brooks. I'm on Burns.
Give me
Smith and
4.
Homa.
Give me 4 to make the cut.
I'm gonna take some too. I think it is fun to just take on the roof of a couple.
Oh, especially when you get 30, 20, 30 to 1. You know.
Yeah.
Just don't put.
Take that Brooks over Fleetwood.
All right, I like it.
That would be my best.
My picks for today, I'm probably punting money because I'm still trying to do the underdog thing, and I went against the Yankees, and that's probably going to suck. But I've got Tampa plus 120 something. Hockey, I took the Lightning as a dog and under 6 goals. So those are my picks for today, and then I'll be adding my U.S. Open as well. Before I'm going to get those out today because it's tough in golf. Like you got to do your show on it on Wednesday because tomorrow morning they start playing. You know, and so a lot of times, I don't know about y'all, but like I want to talk about the majors, but then you like forget about it on Wednesday, and you're like, oh crap.
Yeah, I do.
I feel like that was why I tried to make a point for us to do a little bit. So Marty, you got Coin Boys tonight.
Yes, 9 to 11 with the fake Klay for like 20 minutes, and I went Scumbag Golf. Go follow it. I played yesterday. Got some videos going.
I saw it.
It's actually, if you just put any like chapstick or moisturizer on your driver, it fucking flies. It get at least 25 more yards.
Is that true?
Yeah,
that is not something I've ever heard of.
I'm gonna post it today.
On the part where you actually make contact with the ball?
Yeah.
So it's like the pine tar for golf.
Yeah. So yesterday I put like face moisturizer on it, and it fucking flew. And then you also chapstick, and it fucking like at least 20 yards.
I've heard of that.
I have not.
Playing in a scramble, so I'll have to test that.
You should Scumbag, and it's not. I think our next match, because we're doing like 2-on-2s. I think it's against Braxton Berrios and somebody else, and I'm just gonna do that the entire time. That's a huge advantage.
Frankie's father with the that club, like that illegal club he has. Have you heard about that?
I've heard Frankie talk about it.
Yeah.
Fucking unbelievable. He's just my dad just a fucking.
There was a Curb
episode.
Shit. Like there's a Curb episode where like the Richard Lewis putter was just like straight, like it wasn't on an angle at all, and it was just hitting putts all day. Golf is just because it's got to be the one sport that everyone plays. It just is not good at. That they keep going back at.
There's an old men saying that everyone thinks they're good at golf, poker, and sex, and no one knows what they're doing on any of the three. But it's like everybody will tell. But think about how many conversations you're in your life where somebody can't wait to tell you how good they are at those 3 things.
For sure, golf.
I mean, it's a real thing on all 3.
Yeah,
golf too. When you like people, you take a swing on Twitter and golf, and like Apparently, everyone on Twitter shoots like 70 and below.
Yes, 1,000%.
Like people that trash and like rig swing. I'm like, the guy probably breaks 80. Like
everyone with golf though is like, oh, I'm so good at driving.
Great. Like if you're breaking 80, you're phenomenal.
Everyone's like, oh, I would be so good, but I don't have that second shot, which is like the biggest shot.
Iron shot's the biggest.
I'm not good at putting.
Or the short game. It's like I'm not good at this. Like, well, then you're not good.
I played 9 Saturday morning, like 5 in the morning tee off, 5:30 tee off. I was holding 38. I only played 9. I was holding 38 after 16, which is pretty good for me. And then I went 6-6 to get 50 even. If I can break 100, it's a good day. So
wait, you had 38 after 7?
38. Well,
yeah.
38 after 7. Yeah, sorry, but it was the back 9. So 9, 16, same thing. But yeah, I went 6-6. So breaking 100 is a good day.
You got a 50.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking 100's
I'm ecstatic breaking 100.
I can really only play now in fucking scrambles. It also like. If you're a bad golfer, obviously, you want to play the 18 and hit your own shots and whatever. But, like, at a certain point, like, do you really want to get upset? Like, you're better off just having fun and playing, like, competing as a team.
That's my problem when I play is, like, at the beginning, I'll play a little better than I expect to, and I'll be happy. And then once I start playing like shit, then I get mad at myself.
That is also.
You're not necessarily playing like shit because you're taking the best shot each time.
No. I wasn't saying a scramble. I was saying like just when I play.
Yeah, I got
that is also why scumbag golf's the best, because that's how people are. It's like you're gonna freak the fuck out every single time. You always have one guy you play that freaks the fuck out, and it's almost annoying to play with, but it's kind of funny. And then you're laughing at your friend's shot. Like, it's the fucking best, because 100 golfers are the most fun you have. When you play with a good golfer and you're not good,
you feel like you're holding it up. I know it's a weird.
Just
vibe.
like playing with someone random too.
If we know somebody playing behind us, my dad'll move the stick. So if it's in the back, he'll walk to the fringe and fucking jam it into the fucking so they think they're hitting up on the stick.
Oh, that's awesome.
Give me that one.
We did that one. We did it in the. I put it in the sand trap, and Dana had no idea, and just hit the sand trap.
That's funny. Like, oh, I suck it.
Yeah, he's like, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, the boy. And it's like, oh fuck.
I head to Omaha tomorrow. I think Brandon Walker back. Stay tuned. Yak up next. Follow Pick Central on Twitter. We got to get to 100K. We're at 98.6K. We need to get to 100. Do the right thing, people.
Please.